Here at Wyopreps.com, our Athlete of the Week honors are presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Wyoming, our great friends and partners throughout this school year. And our Athlete of the Week honor this week for the girls is shared. And one of the honorees is Addison Barnes of Cokeville High School, who won 4 events, 4 for 4 at the state track championships. Don't see that often, Addison, to see an individual score 40 points. Was that a big goal of yours? Let's kind of start there going into the weekend last weekend.
Yes, it was a pretty big goal, especially because knowing that I had to do good for us to win that state championship.
That's my next question. What meant more, the individual wins or the team title to you?
It was fun with the team title because everyone was so excited to get that.
Yeah. What did it take to win a team championship in 1A girls, do you think?
Just putting in all the work and having everyone pitch in, like, on the team.
Okay. Well, let's talk about your individual events. You won the 200 meters plus both hurdle races and the high jump. Let's start with the 200 meters. Obviously, you got a prelim and a final on that, just like your hurdle races. But take me through your mindset in the 200 meters, if you wouldn't mind, and how you approached that race in both prelims and finals, and then kind of how you executed it.
In prelims, I just go and I just have to have a good start, I guess. And then once I have a good start, I just got to go. And then I know in finals, there was a girl that was really good that was like kind of my level. And I was like, I just got to beat her. And then that was my focus.
What do you think the key to that win in the 200 was? Was it your start, your turn, the stretch run? I mean, how did you put it together?
It kind of at all, because like the start is a big thing, and then just coasting on the corner, and then just giving it your all at that 100 day, like that last 100 meters.
I gotcha. So congrats on that. Take me through the hurdle races. Obviously, that's a different technique, a different mindset. So how do you approach hurdle races?
I just kind of go with it. Like, I know I was just like, there's not really a lot of competition, I guess, in 1A, you know? So I just feel like I gotta get in the 100-meter hurdles, I just gotta get my 3-step, get over the hurdles, and finish first.
Okay. You're able to accomplish that. The 300 hurdles, though, you set a class record in. And that's
Yes.
that's that's a little more endurance than some people like. So how do you approach the 300 hurdles?
I just give it my all. I just go on that one.
All right. So are you dead tired after a race like that then?
Yeah, because you work so hard and push yourself to like your limit.
Now, what's the key in the hurdles for you specifically?
I think just going fast in between them and over the hurdles, you can't stutter over them, and you just gotta have a smooth hurdle over that one, and then it just leads to a good race.
Okay. All right. So you're dead tired, but you still have to compete in the high jump, obviously. And I know that necessarily wasn't your last event, but how do you think you did in the high jump in clearing 5.2?
I think I could have done better, but I still won, so I still think I did pretty good.
Yeah. Well, in the end, you go 4 for 4. What did that mean for you as an individual to score 40 points for your team?
It meant a lot because I know that I actually did something for the team.
What was I kind of asked you this to begin with, but was that kind of your mindset going into the weekend?
Yeah.
Doing as much you could to help the team.
Yeah.
All right. So when you're done with the weekend and you're physically exhausted going and competing because you had prelims and finals and 3 events, and then obviously the high jump, how much of a toll does that take on you?
It's actually very tiring because I did a lot that weekend.
What was Saturday like for you, especially with all the finals?
It was actually really busy because right off the bat, I had the 100 hurdles, then I had the 300 hurdles, but then I had a little break for the 200.
Okay. For you, where does your passion, your joy for track come from? I know you compete in other sports, but you excel in track and field. So where does kind of your love and passion come from?
Probably that I know I can do it just like and as an individual, working hard as an individual and knowing that I can control that.
Okay. Well, congratulations on a fantastic weekend. It's hard to go 4 for 4. Lastly, before I let you go, did you have a record in mind in the 300 hurdles with your time? I mean, you set a 1A class record at 44.88 seconds. So did you have that in mind in that race at all?
Yeah, wanted to be my record from the year before.
Okay. All right. Well, congratulations on an outstanding weekend and thanks for taking some time and congrats on being our athlete of the week.
Thank you.
Our great friends at Blue Cross Blue Shield of Wyoming, of course, present our athlete of the week feature here at Wyopreps.com. And one of the girls sharing the girls' honor this week is Paige Shaffer from Thunder Basin High School, helped the Bolts to their third consecutive state championship. And I know I talked with you after the game last Saturday, Paige, but I want to put some numbers in perspective for folks. Number one, Paige started two games and threw an all four at the state tournament. She went 2-0 with a 1.75 ERA. You threw a no hitter and a three-hit shutout in the championship game. Congratulations. You've had a little more time to reflect. Has the performance at state for you kind of sunk in at all?
Yeah, I think it's sunk in a little more, but I'm still kind of processing everything that did happen over the state weekend. But
What do you think led to you having a good weekend, especially in the circle?
I think my mindset throughout every game leading up to the championship was on point. I focused on having effective spin and hitting my spots, and I think it really came together pretty well. So.
What was it also helpful? I mean, you and Allie and Fallon have kind of been a three-headed monster. I know Allie didn't get a throw in the state tournament, but was it nice to have maybe like Fallon start a couple other games so you could just kind of come in and get some work done before you had to start other games?
Oh, for sure. I think me and Fallon pitching back to back and stuff really threw off the other team's bats as well because we pitched very differently. But it was very important to take breaks because our arms were getting a little sore towards the end. So,
Take me back to last Friday morning. You guys had won a tight one against Natrona. You're battling against Laramie. Goodness gracious, you throw a no hitter on day two of the state tournament. How do you think you accomplished that?
I just say my mindset again, but my teammates also helped me a lot. We came together before each game and kind of knew what we needed to do and what each of our jobs was. So, yeah, I just think pitch by pitch, inning by inning, and it just happened to be a no hitter. So,
All right. Well, congratulations. That doesn't happen a lot. I mean, maybe a little bit more than people might think, but still, that's a rare occurrence. And then you come back. You'd already played East and you pitched in that game. Fallon got the win and started, but you pitched. What did you learn maybe from kind of the championship semifinal that you took into your start Saturday in the championship that allowed you to throw a three-hit shutout, you think?
me and Natalie kind of knew the pitch sequence we needed to throw for each batter. Not throwing it down the middle and kind of watching their hands and stuff helped a lot also. So,
Okay. Well, a great weekend. You hold opponents to a 145 batting average. Your whip was .813, which is almost off the charts, ladies and gentlemen. That's walks plus hits against innings pitched. But talk a little bit about what it meant to you to win a state championship in your prep career finally.
it definitely feels like a lot of work has paid off. I've been playing softball for like 10 years now, so I feel like it's been building up for a long time and it feels great, especially being a part of Thunder Basin's third consecutive state title. So,
Well, congratulations to you. An outstanding weekend. And congrats on being our athlete of the week. I thank you for taking a few minutes.
thanks.
We continue the conversation for our Athlete of the Week honors here at Wyopreps.com, brought to you by our friends at Blue Cross Blue Shield of Wyoming. And I want to say congratulations to Carter Gail and the Cody Bronx, the 3A boys state champions, winning their fifth title in school history, first since 2017. And Carter Gail, a junior, is our Athlete of the Week this week, representing the Bronx. And Carter, thanks so much for taking a few minutes. And think back to last weekend. Has it sunk in, or you still got that kind of magical feeling running through the veins a little bit?
It's just like I'm trying to let it go for as long as possible to just get me through the last weeks of school, pretty much. It's unreal, man. Like it's kind of just crazy for me to think about.
Can you put in perspective what it took to win the state title this year? Because I don't know. I mean, I thought you guys were going to be good, but I don't know if a lot of people around the state thought maybe you guys can make a push this year.
I mean, it took a lot for sure. I mean, we didn't start off the season too great with our losses to Powell and Green River. And those we could say give a million excuses for those, but in reality we lost. So I think throughout the season, we just had to work on like our finishing. We go 99% of the way, as our coach said, and we just never really we couldn't find the back of the net very well. And I think somewhere in the halfway mark ish of the season, we kind of found that. So yeah.
So take me back to last weekend. You guys started off strong with a big shutout win over Douglas. Did that just kind of get you guys going in the right direction in terms of continuing that end of the season run?
Yeah, that kind of set the tone for everyone for the state tournament. And that was one of those things where like we know we're beating teams that are competing by a pretty decisive margin. So we were just kind of after that we were sure that we knew we could win it. And we knew it was all out in front of us. We just had to finish.
You had 2 goals and an assist in the win against Douglas. Kind of describe how you thought you played and how you got those goals.
Um, I don't know. How did those goals happen? I think those goals were pretty much I just got the ball either through a through ball or just dribbled through a defender, I guess. I don't exactly remember how it happened, but I thought I played pretty good. Obviously the stats would say that. Definitely not my best game I've had all season, but it was definitely up there.
So you guys get past that one, all of a sudden standing in your way a conference foe Lander, and you guys have had some battles with Lander. So what did it take to beat the Tigers in a 4-1 win?
We were kind of going into that game like we knew we could beat it, we knew we could win it, but everyone was a little bit nervous because it's hard to beat a team 3 times. And that was just kind of where we were all standing. Even my brother was like kind of just telling me like, "Yo, you got to really show up to play today because like third time around is always the worst." And I don't know. I guess we just went out. The first half wasn't too pretty, but we kind of found our groove in the second half and we cashed our opportunities. And yeah.
Shout out to your teammate, coach's son, had a hat trick in that one as well.
Yeah, he played phenomenal. That was really fun to see, especially as a freshman.
Yeah, stepping up in a big way in a big stage. Get you to the championship. You've played Green River. You lost to them. You beat them. What's going through your mind as you get ready to play the Wolves in the championship for a third time?
I don't even know. Like I don't even remember. Like that we were all just like it was very tense. We had to check out of the hotel room at like 11:30. So we were out for a couple hours before that game and we were all just sitting in the lobby, we were all just sitting around and just it was really tense. It was quiet. I mean, there was a couple conversations, but everyone knew what we had to do and we took care of business.
What flipped the switch for you guys? If it was tense, but you guys are trying to remain calm, what flipped the switch in the right way in the championship, you think?
Um, I don't know. I honestly think like the first 15, 20 minutes of that game was pretty tense and we were all playing kind of uptight. Um, and then I guess it kind of just fell into place around the 20-minute mark, I think is when I scored that first goal. And it just seemed like after that, we knew the trophy was in sight.
Gotcha. Can you describe your 2 goals in the championship game? Do you remember those a little better than the first
Oh
round?
yeah.
Okay, so take me through those.
My first one, I got a corner kick and I curved it in.
Nice.
And then for the second one, I caught a header through ball from my striker Connor Moss, and I dribbled past the defender and then just was faster than the other one, and I chipped it over the keeper who was sliding at me to the left post.
Nice. Well, congratulations, state championship earned. Talk a little bit about the mix of kind of your teammates, the characters on that group that allowed you guys to come together. What do you think was the difference for the Bronx this year?
I could go on forever. So our junior class this year, we're all gonna be seniors next year. We've played together since we've been like 8 years old, through our club soccer team and just through high school. And so I think we have really good chemistry there. And then we had a really super strong group of seniors. Connor was, in my opinion, one of the best strikers in the state. And Colby was just outstanding in the center mid. He didn't let up. I mean, he was always winning battles, dishing the ball off. He was super strong. And then our two outside backs, Val and Lucas, they were just, I mean, our entire back line was just phenomenal. Zach, I mean, stepping up as a freshman, especially with the loss of Remy and Wilkins last year, like, I was really impressed with him, really super impressed. And then Owen, I played with him for years. I wasn't impressed because I knew exactly how good he was.
Talk about playing for Coach Rocky up there. What has that kind of meant to you? What was he like this year in this championship run?
Rocky, at the beginning of this year, he told us that we could win state and we should win state. And obviously he was right about that. He was pretty hard on us after a couple of losses, particularly the Buffalo one. We stayed after and practiced for an hour and a half, and we were running and just like we did an hour and a half of just a possession drill, and that's it. And
Wow.
if we messed up, we had to run. Like after that loss, like it was serious. So he was super hard on us, but that was obviously because he knew what we could do and knew that we were probably one of the best groups he's ever coached. And and I've played for Rocky again for a long time ever since I think U10.
Okay. Wow.
So,
Wow. So he obviously pushed the right buttons, I guess, huh? So,
yeah.
Lastly, for you, where does your passion and love for the sport of soccer come from, Carter?
I just love the way the game flows. Like I don't really have to think about anything when I'm playing soccer. It's super easy. Like when I'm playing it, it just takes my mind off everything. Um, and I just don't really have to think. Like I can just kind of go out there and play and trust my gut with what I do. And it usually works out for us, and it's just super fun. I mean, the soccer team here is always such a great group of guys, and it's just always been like that. It's just super fun, I guess. It's one of the sports where I can actually go out and even after practice, I can say I had fun today.
Nice. Nice. Well, hey, congratulations on a great junior year and a great run at the state tournament. Enjoy, soak it in. Nobody's going to say you guys aren't state champs until next year. You got to prove it again next year, but you can enjoy it for a good probably 10 months now. So, but congrats.
Yep.
Thanks for joining me, and congrats on being our athlete of the week.
Thank you.